Hi, my name is Sandy Carter, and I'm IBM's General Manager for Developer Ecosystem and Startups. And we are here live at South by Southwest, where we just had a phenomenal panel talking about support of IBM startups. And I've got the CEO and founder of Paranoid Fan with me, and I wanted to interview him because he said some really amazing things on stage, and I wanted to make sure if you're not live here at South by Southwest, you get that insight as well. So Augustine, why don't you introduce yourself first and tell us just a little bit about your company.
So I'm CEO, founder of Paranoid Fan. Paranoid Fan's a social mapping company for sports fans. So let's say, for example, you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you're going to Green Bay Packers to watch a football game. You use our app to get to go where you want to go.
So that's pretty awesome. So sports is a big deal. And how are you using the technology that's different and unique? So as a startup, first of all, I love your company name, Paranoid Fan. I think that's awesomely cool. How are you using the technology that's different than what you could typically find in the market today?
So we actually focus on social maps. So what we use is it's a visual. It's like Waze for sports fans. So that allows users to actually pull up their device, look at the map itself in real time, and find out where fans are hanging out at. And actually, the genesis of the story comes from when I was at the World Cup in 2014. I was looking for USA fans, find out what watch parties were at bars and all that. So that was the genesis of it. And so from there, we just moved forward. And we were lucky enough to get selected by the NFL TechCrunch to pitch out there about a month ago at Super Bowl 50. And the attraction has been unbelievable the past month and a half.
Well, I have to tell you, we recently, as IBM, hosted a hackathon with the ESPN and the NFL right around the Super Bowl time, Girls in Tech, and there were some phenomenal ideas and data that was available in order to fuel this. What type of data do you guys leverage in your company?
So we pull out the GPS traces of our users, so that allows us to get a good idea of heat maps and what the users are doing before and after the game. So, and sometimes we can provide that and package that to institutions to use for their own predictive models.
So I know you've got some great customers, which is a big challenge for a lot of startups. Tell me, being the CEO and founder, it's hard being a startup, but it's also super fun. So tell us some of the pieces of advice you would give to other founders out there as they get started. Maybe what your top three?
Hustle, hustle, hustle. That's the name of the game. Execution, and really getting out there and finding that match, whether it's from a top down looking for an institution to partner with, or banging on doors and pitching your product to the consumer. That's what we do. We focus on really penetrating the market with our product and getting out there into the people and making sure that there's traction from there.
So do you have a good hustle story? You know, I'm a big fan of Shark Tank, and I always hear Mark Cuban, and he's always talking about, you've got to have the hustle, you got to have the grind, right? You got to grind it out. Give us a really phenomenal story about your grind.
So we'll just sometimes pick up the phone and cold call. We'll cold call staff directories from athletic departments, and it turned out the University of Oregon Ducks showed some interest in our product a year ago. We continue to innovate, and today, in fact, this past week, we're about to, or this upcoming, we're going to announce a partnership with the University of Oregon Ducks, and that came from something as simple as a cold call.
Well, I think that's good advice because a lot of founders will say to me, I have to be introduced.
Sure.
I have to be introduced. And you really prove that you don't have to be introduced. You can just hustle and call.
You just go call and make things happen. So create that excitement about your product and urgency to want everyone to get on board. There's a fear of missing out nowadays of FOMO. So we really leverage that to move forward.
That's right. I have that all the time. So IBM is one of your big supporters and one of your big fans, one of your big Paranoid fans. Tell me a little bit about the support you get from IBM, and why don't you just get just a little closer? And okay, there you go.
So right now we use the IBM software platform. Mm-hmm. It's been an amazing platform. We use that for our back end and all the support that we have, not only from our meetup events that we actually had the Super Bowl 50 IBM sponsored, which was a tremendous opportunity for us, but even yourself, Sandy, you are very instrumental to us, and this time last year we met you, and that's what kicked off our relationship with the Global Entrepreneurship Program. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you, because you're such a model and an example CEO, and we want you to inspire other CEOs and founders out there around the world. What's the last piece of advice you would give to them before we end this interview?
I would say just continue to execute, work on your product, and product's king, but execution is very important. So go out there, hustle, make things happen.
Outstanding. Well, we're proud to have you as a Global Entrepreneur Program partner. And if you're interested in this, we have a Global Entrepreneur Program that provides not only up to $120,000 of cloud credits, that also gets you access to our cognitive services and Internet of Things services and more. But we also have business mentoring and go-to-market mentoring that we can help you with as you move forward so that you can be successful as a Paranoid Fan is. Thank you very much. Contact me as soon as you can if you're interested in our Global Entrepreneur Program. Thank you so much.